A human rights monitoring group, which has reportedly credibly on events in Syria, says the extremist fighters have evacuated or executed 700 people from a tribe in Syria over the past 2 weeks. The monitoring group is quoted by Reuters news agency. The victims are said to be members of a tribe from a province in the country's east, the majority of them civilians. Reports say they have been executed and that many of them were beheaded by the Sunni militants. In neighboring Iraq, the U.S. launches airstrikes as Kurdish forces launch a counteroffensive to retake the Mosul dam from Islamic State fighters in northern Iraq. The operation to recapture the country's largest dam began early Saturday. Meanwhile, it is being reported that more than 80 people have been killed in a Yazidi village and many women and children seized by the extremist fighters. CCTV's Callebs joins us live from Erbil with the details.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Susan. We can tell you that what exactly happened in that town that's not far from Mosul is certainly a lot of people are investigating at this point. There are reports that at least 80 people have been killed. However, significantly higher. We spoke with one journalist who was in that town, and she says that there could be well over 100 people who have been killed. Now, this is a small town, maybe 200 to 300 families. We know the IS militants made their way into that town, and they basically gave the people who live there a deadline: either convert to Muslim faith or face execution. This went on for a period of days, and apparently the killings went on over a period of 2 days. When some Yazidi followers were able to go back into that town, they found a number of victims in the area. A number of other people were able to flee either to neighboring towns or try to find some kind of solace within that town. It certainly is a massacre. We don't know just how bad it's going to be, but certainly the atrocities that are coming out of Iraq at the hands of the IS militants are getting more and more recognition and being greeted by more horrific reaction here in northern Iraq. Susan?
Sean, another big focal point, that Mosul dam. The U.S. has joined with Iraqi and Kurdish troops to retake the facility. It must be of strategic significance to the country.
Oh, without question, that is one of the linchpins to this whole country. It is a dam at the Tigris River. There have been reports that if the IS militants would blow that dam, massive flooding would erupt. It could kill as many as 500,000 people. But just being able to take that dam really shocked the northern part of this country, because once again it pitted the militants against Peshmerga fighters. And the Peshmerga fighters in this area almost had a feeling of invincibility. So it really shocked this region. It was really sobering. So once the U.S.-led airstrikes were able to begin, either through fighter jets or through drones, and able to hit significant areas, take on armored vehicles that the IS militants were able to capture, U.S.-made armor, I should point out, the Peshmerga have been able to regroup, and they've been taking the fight to the IS militants. That's what we have been hearing. Obviously, the Mosul significant site has happened significantly over that area in the past 24 hours. Peshmerga fighters who have been in the region, who have been monitoring this, say it is among the heaviest bombing that the drones and fighter jets have instigated since those airstrikes began just a few days ago. This is very significant. We do know that Peshmerga fighters are moving closer and closer to the dam, and of course the clear goal is for, once again, the troops here in northern Iraq, Iraqi troops, Kurdish troops, to retake control of that facility. Susan?
Absolutely. Callebs reporting live from Erbil, Iraq. Thank you for that.